Good evening and welcome to Gandhian Voice. As staunch Indians, we are very happy to see the Atmanirbhar Bharat program to revive the Indian economy through an extensive package of rupees 20 lakh crores presented in detail by Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman, the Honorable Union Minister for Finance. Hopefully and eagerly, we were listening and analyzing the programs detailed by the learned finance minister. On an analysis, it is seen as a massive enabling support to the industries and agriculture sectors in India. Whether industry or agriculture, the chunk of the labor inputs come from the underprivileged communities in India. In the lockdown due to COVID-19, the most seriously affected people are from these underprivileged communities. We have seen large number of migrant laborers thrown out of their jobs in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Kerala, Delhi, Tamil Nadu, etc. Mercilessly, their employers and contractors had thrown them out of their job, as well as accommodation, much against the fervent appeal by the Prime Minister of India not to terminate the employees and let them stay in their accommodation wherever they are. The workers with family and children were driven to road with no money and no food. Many of them ventured a miserable journey to their home state. The story of wage earning rural folks at their own locations in different states who form more than 30 crore people of Indian population is not different. Without job and without wages, even no chance to beg in public, majority of them are sustaining a life in their huts with the free ration grains the government generously provided. It is in this background the Union Finance Minister Ms. Nirmala Sitharaman announced the Atmanirbhar Bharat program to rebuild post-COVID India for a Swasthray Bharat. To the above underprivileged communities, the program has generally offered ration grains, 5 kg grain per head per month and 1 kg chana per family per month, as well as rupees 500 per month for 3 months to those women who have Jan Dhan account. There is also the rupees 40,000 crores for the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme and for the return of the migrant laborers to their home far away. As all of us know, the revision of daily wage of MNREGS workers from rupees 182 to rupees 202 per day is peanut and cannot meet the cost of living anywhere in India. Rest of the program fund targets micro, small and medium enterprises, which was enhanced to include industries with a turnover of over rupees 100 crores. Apart from the free ration grains to the poor and the rupees 1,500 for 3 months to the poor women with Jan Dhan account, nothing is likely to percolate from the 20 lakh crore rupees announced for the Atmanirbhar Bharat to the underprivileged communities, as the presence of these communities in the MSME segment is very, very insignificant. As all of us are aware, the wages for the unskilled and semi-skilled workers in the MSME units across the country, the bulk of which also form the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes of this great nation, is also rupees 250 to rupees 300 per day. This happens against the minimum wages order of Government of India of rupees 362 to rupees 400 per day. With such low wages, how can they send their children to school, give a pair of dress for their family members, and look after the aged parents? For these laborers, life is nothing but a game of working for the bosses and landlords, or subsistence on subsistence and perish, and leaving their children to pursue the same fate of a slavery with voting right. The situation of farm workers is still worse. They live in the hutments around the fields, work for the landlord on bare subsistence and perish, again leaving their children at the mercy of the landlord. To them, the life is a full-time work through generations without compensation. The COVID-19 impact on these people, as well as the industrial wage earners, is made more horrible by enhancing the working hours to 12 hours without any assurance on a proportionate increase in wages. In rural India, the 8-hour working hours is only on paper, as the poor folk are in the work site from morning till dusk. Time is ripe. India, as a developing country, shall strive to wipe out this shameful exploitation of some communities of the Hindu fold. The following 2 points are submitted for consideration and early implementation by the Government of India. 1. The daily wage earners in the industry and agriculture deserve a better deal. It is time the minimum wages are raised to at least rupees 500 for an 8-hour work. This shall be enforced uniformly throughout India. Also, an enhancement of the work beyond 8 hours shall be with proportionate increase in wages. This will give the feeling that the Government of India is leading the country to progress by suitably compensating the nation building work with a living wage. Point 2. Uplift the underprivileged communities by identifying entrepreneurs among them. Around 0.5% of the SC/ST population are talented youth. They study well but fail to flourish and bloom due to lack of exposure, opportunity, and financial support. The present startup scheme, the Mudra loan for women and SC/ST aspirants, is not catching up well due to lack of interest among bank authorities and enforcement authorities. If the government can handhold these talented youth with capital and technical support, they will come forward, grow into blooming entrepreneurs, and help the country and its industrial and agricultural progress. Side by side, their communities also will progress through better employment opportunities. Then only Gandhiji's vision of Gram Swaraj and rural development will come true. To achieve this, the Government of India shall form a special fund of about 5% of the Atmanirbhar Bharat outlay and offer it as a startup scheme exclusively for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe new generation entrepreneurs in areas of industry and agriculture. It will attract the SC/ST entrepreneurs and pave the way for development of these underprivileged communities in the Hindu fold, as well as develop the nation to prosperity. It will also be a beginning of Indian products for Indians, the so-called Swadeshi movement. Thank you.